What's going on, everybody? Matt Malatesta here, VYPE Media, with one of the legends of Texas basketball right here, Tommy Brakel of North Crowley. Superpower. Can we say superpower in the world of high school basketball? I think we can. Coach, welcome in. Congrats on what you built out there. And it's not like it's been overnight. It's been over 20 plus years. Just talk about this season. What do y'all think the strength and the secret sauce is to this year?
Matt, I don't know if you can just pinpoint any one thing. We've got a very experienced group that we're working with this year, and I think it's kind of a combination of their experience, our overall depth with this year's team, and then just, like you talked about, it's not 1 year of success, but we've been successful year after year after year, and there's something to be said for them kind of expecting to be successful.
Great point. I've talked to a lot of football coaches, basketball coaches. When you can build something and maintain success for a long time, that's super rewarding than just winning it one or two times, let's say state championship. But just talk about, what do you think are the cornerstones that have led this to become a power program over 2 decades?
I think when you talk about cornerstones, you just talk about expectations. When we started the school back in 1998, 99, Dunbar was the powerhouse in Fort Worth. And, at first we just wanted to be mentioned, in the same conversation with them. And so we really worked hard to do things right. We put in an absolute ton of time with the kids. You have to just put so much of it back to them, especially some of the kids that started the program in the early stages. Just all of the hard work and all of the time that they put in to develop that foundation of success. And, we say all the time, success breeds success. And, that's just kind of the expectation around here.
You're a lifer. You're a Crowley lifer. How about that? Just talk about what the town has meant to you.
Well, it has meant a lot to me, and I've had opportunities to go other places and do other things over the years. And this is really just where I want to be. I was a student all the way through elementary, middle, high school at Crowley High School. Went off, played basketball at Sul Ross State University out in West Texas. But then as soon as I got done, I came back to coach at Crowley. I spent 4 years as a sub-varsity coach at Crowley High School. Right about that time, North Crowley was opening its doors, and I was lucky to be in the right place at the right time and get my first head coaching job in 1998. And then since then, it's kind of been neat that I've been the only head coach that North Crowley has ever had. But in turn, I've, it's also been the only head job that I've ever had. So we're kind of connected at the hip that way.
Talk about headliners. Who are the alphas? Who are the stars of this team?
This team, I think it kind of, starts with KD Davis. Corion's a 4-year letterman for us. He can defend any position, 1 to 5. As a freshman, he was newcomer of the year in the district. As a sophomore, he was defensive player of the year. Last year as a junior, he was MVP, and he's well on his way, if we can pull off another district championship, to being the most valuable player again this year. He's McDonald's All-American nominee for us. Just does a little bit of everything. We're pleased to have him. But again, whether it's Kamani Sieber, Eric Moore, Terry Allen, Corey Davis, our senior class is really deep, and they're all really good basketball players. And kind of our biggest strength is that depth. And on any given night, one of those good basketball players that are a senior can be great because it's just their night. And then we hit on a couple of them, and we're awful good in any given night.
I love to talk about coaches and their influences. Who's kind of been your biggest influence in the world of coaching?
I've had so many of them, and whether it has been, coaching and following college coaches, a Mike Krzyzewski, guys like that. Every year we go on a retreat with our staff to go watch college basketball practices, and we'll just get out and go and attend 3, 4, 5 different universities over the course of a week. So there's been a lot of them that way. When you start talking about High school coaches, I mean, I coached under a guy named Gary Surratt. He's in the TABC Hall of Fame. He was the first head coach that I was under, and he probably was the biggest influence on helping me mold some of my coaching philosophies.
And finally, just talk about, times have changed, but your success has lasted the test of times. How is coaching different? How are kids different? How is the industry different?
Well, I mean, that's exactly right. It's so incredibly different from when we first started. And, I'm real big as the athletic coordinator here at North Crowley. We're always even talking as head coaches. How do we stay relevant? How do we stay up with the times? And I'm just really big on self-reflection. I think, as coaches, we should always be reflecting on our programs, whether we've had a great year or whether we've had a year full of challenges. But we're constantly reflecting what worked, what didn't work. How do we stay relevant with the kids? Because the one thing about it is they're always changing and their needs are always changing. And over the years, I think, really having come up with a differentiated coaching approach at just trying to figure out the needs of each kid and where we can meet them, at their level of need and try to provide for them, because they all come with different challenges.
All right. Hey, this is Tommy Brakel. He's built a superpower in Fort Worth. North Crowley High School is at it again, looking super sharp. I love what you said about the experience of a team. Nothing more dangerous than a senior-led team that it's one and done in the playoffs. I'm sure they're super hungry. Coach, good luck on the rest of the season. Hey, this is Matt with VYPE. We'll see y'all at the games.
Thank you, Matt.